Yeah, also, good morning and a very warm welcome from my side here at the Mobile World Congress 2019. So take part. Actually, maybe you have seen and visited our booth already in Hall 3. If you didn't do that so far, just do it after the show here today morning. First of all, thanks very much for giving me the opportunity being here and let you all take part in our journey of transformation in a very dedicated use case. So, my name is Ulf Köester. I'm heading the International Voice Signaling and Services Infrastructure Organization in Deutsche Telekom's International Technology and Services Delivery Unit. And today I would like to take you on our journey for transformation. So collaboration fosters modernization and transition, and I want to talk about a very dedicated use case providing leading-edge signaling services on a global reach. So before really starting into the signaling story, let me spend some words about where I come from, Deutsche Telekom, network infrastructure, but also let's have some words about Deutsche Telekom Global Carrier, what is actually the international wholesale arm of Deutsche Telekom. Then, as mentioned, I will shortly talk about the signaling stuff and give you and give us all here some takeaways. What were the learnings we did on that journey? So, Deutsche Telekom Global Carrier and the network infrastructure, that is the arena what is give us the relevance here for bringing blue into the network of Magenta. Yeah. Deutsche Telekom Global Carrier is the international wholesale arm of Deutsche Telekom with more than 900 customers, more than 160 plus MNOs, and around the globe there's more than 20 offices. Deutsche Telekom Global Carrier is really a leading international wholesale company. So, in regard to the voice arena, where I specifically are in, we are producing around 28 billion of voice minutes per year. So we are really belonging to the top 5 players in the world. Yeah. I don't go here into details with the other figures, but maybe some other figure regarding the signaling, what I'm talking about. We are producing in the summer peak of more than 110, 120,000 messages, signaling units per second. So that is what we are talking about. And the production of all these international wholesale services is being done out of our International Network Management Center being located in Frankfurt. So starting from the base infrastructure, what is the sea cables, what is the fibers, what is the POPs itself all over the world, it is the transport network, it is a DWDM network, it is an IP network, so our global IP autonomous system 3320, where we are producing all the content on, but also VPN services for carrier customers. And if you are going higher on the layers, on the network layers, then certainly we are there with voice services and with mobile relevant services. Yeah, enabling the roaming, the worldwide roaming of our end users, of our mobile customers. And everything of those is being handled on a 24/7, 365 days a year in Frankfurt, out of the operations center. Signaling And if I talk from signaling, I have two aspects what I want to show you. One is the classical STP, where we are talking about 2G, 3G signaling services, most of it certainly for roaming. And I also would like to talk about number portability. Yeah, what is also being taken on our journey. So, and the journey, what we did, that is where I would like to give you some insights. So, if we are talking out of our STP, the signaling production environment, then we are really talking about the heart of our network. You can imagine how painful it can be if an STP is not working well and no of your mobile phone users can roam anymore. I would say that is the case where I would like not to get in. Yeah? So really, frankly speaking, that is something I don't want to feel personal in such a situation. But also, frankly speaking, and very honest, we went not through this case, but we need to make ourselves very, let's say that. We had a long journey and a very somehow painful journey as well to get to the point where we are now here, yeah, and where we are now in. And that is good. I mean, at the end, it is good. So we are talking about people, we are talking about transformation, we are talking about transforming the signaling machine, a legacy platform, into the new world of softwareization and even the next step of virtualization. Yeah? So, and the traffic, you might say, okay, 2G, 3G, what old stuff is that? Maybe it sounds old stuff, maybe it sounds legacy, but it's still growing. It's still growing even more. We are getting new customers on it, we are getting new services on it. Yeah? We do see M2M IoT traffic, what comes more and more, so it is relevant. It is a huge relevance as a heart of the network. It is not the old thing you can forget about. No way. It is a thing where we have to concentrate on, still. So, and as many operators and carriers are facing the fact and the challenge, we did also, and we are still certainly in the way. We are facing the fact that the legacy platform, the pure hardware-based, where you need big rooms, big power, yeah, is getting end of life. And we have to go into a new technology era. And that is exactly where our story, where the story that blue comes into magenta begins. It goes back to, let's say, the late 2015, beginning 2016, when we already started that journey by looking into the successor of our STP platform. Driven out of the business needs, out of the customer needs, the stability, the customer experience, but also having in mind the innovation portion. Certainly we are going into virtualization. That is the way forward for all of us, for all operators. And costs, that is certainly one major portion. Yeah? What is the total cost of ownership if we are running all the huge hardware-based platforms in these big cages we do need in our POPs? And last but not least, the technology portion. So these are the four main drivers we took into account when we were running this RFQ 250 to 60. Yeah? And on the other hand side, the number portability. What we also produced on our legacy platform. And the database was not scaling anymore. So the database was filled up totally. And I had to bring so many manual work from my experts on a day-to-day basis to handle this database that we are being able at the end to get all through the triggers. So therefore we had to look into new capability regarding to scale, in regard to speed, and in regard to flexibility. And on both sides, totally independent of each other, we decided to go with netnumber, the blue ones. So the journey, I would like to bring the journey into 4 different parts or steps. The first step is certainly the ready for pilot. When you bring up the new little tiny thing and you bring a little traffic on it, so everything seems to be good in that phase. The majority of the traffic is still on the legacy then at this point of time. So you feel very comfortable. It goes through. And then you come to the point of the solution review, where we are going deeper into the SDP architecture. Yeah, where we are concentrating on having a stable platform, having a good customer experience on our side for the summer peak. And when we are talking about roaming, the critical point is in the summer. And you and me, we would also like to be on the vacation. And then that is a critical point where you need the experts, where I do need my experts around the platform and taken care of. And then you have to think about what is the next step. How can we really scaling and stabilizing? So that is the point number 3, where we are coming to the decision making. What does the architecture look like? Can we change it? Can we even more stabilize it? Can we even more scale? And then, last but not least, the way forward, where we are right now. And there are 2 points in that journey of those 4 steps that we really had to look into that. And that is the solution review and the decision-taking process. So that was a very deep, collaborative and trustful walkthrough we did here together with netnumber, our vendor. Yeah? And I'm pretty sure we learned both a lot of things during that way and during these steps. So really, we analyzed on a very deep basis on a number of 5, for us, very critical elements, to have a deep dive into that, a walkthrough. That is the software, that is the coding, yeah? We came over to you, right? To the US. We had a look to the R&D organization, working close with the CTO together. Number two, the service management. Certainly you would like to know how we as a carrier, as a tier 1 carrier, we as a customer from netnumber are being treated in netnumber. Where can we call in a 24/7 arena? Who is helping us in critical phases? So we analyzed this one. Number 3 is stability and growth. And number 4 and 5 are more on the commercial side. Certainly we had very deep involved our procurement. It very deep involved our risk management, and we went through all this stuff and coming to the way where we know and to the way forward. We decided to go into the cluster point code architecture as it gives stability on a very redundant, protective way. It scales very much. Yeah, we are ending up right now where we are staying with two features, with 2 solutions on Titan. What is the SDP functionality and what is the number portability functionality? So to combine that and to give our operations people a better view on that and an easier way of handling the platform. So we were very hard discussing what could be the best way forward. And so we decided then going with the EMS, with the management system that we are currently on the way to introducing. So we made the steps from a hardware-based legacy vendor to software-based solution, and now looking in the next step forward into virtualization on our own data center infrastructure as a service. Making this journey and looking deeper into it, what are for us the key takeaways and what is the conclusion? So first of all, I must say this, one of the, for me, the most present takeaway is that the way of working is changing. It has been changed. As we, as an operator, work together with netnumber as a vendor, it has tremendously changed. It is different from the former times that we had our connections with the, let's call them, with the big elephants. It is quite a different way if you're on a day-to-day basis talking about the software solution with the CTO. Yeah? So that is then the arena where my boss asked me, what is the escalation level? Yeah? So we are really already on a day-to-day business, very close together with the management of netnumber. So the way of working, the way of collaboration, the cross-functional collaboration has been totally different to that what we were used to out of the old times. Secondly, if you're talking about software, then it feels a bit, I wouldn't say it feels different, but it's something what we were not used to, what my experts were not used to. Yeah, hardware we know, we can order it, we can install it, we see the power. So that is where my experts felt very well. But software is a different story. So you need another way of taking care of that. You need another way of program managing it. And by all this stuff what we learned and what we did through it, the success at the end is really coming through this constructive-minded partnering. The very, very close collaboration on all different levels, from the experts up to the management. And that brought us to the way where we are in. So at the end, I just can say, through close collaboration, we managed it. Yeah? And we managed our target to modernize and signaling production environment by transforming it from a very legacy hardware-based production platform to a very software and only software-based solution. So, thank you very much. That's from my side. Great. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.